So let's dive into Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark in 4K, the film that makes you wonder if your bedtime stories are out to get you. Set against the backdrop of 1968 America, a group of teens stumbles upon a book that turns their darkest fears into reality. It's like if Goosebumps had a meaner, older sibling. In 4K, this film looks fantastic. The eerie visuals and shadowy atmospheres are brought to life with every sharp detail, making every creepy moment pop right off the screen. The story follows Stella and her friends as they navigate the horrors unleashed by a mysterious book. Each tale is packed with suspense and old school scares that harden back to the glory days of campfire ghost stories. The characters are relatable, making you root for them as they face off against their deepest fears. Overall, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark is highly recommended. It reminds me of Are You Afraid of the Dark, and I absolutely love that nostalgic vibe. If you're a fan of classic horror with a modern twist, this one's for you. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy.
So Hobbs and Shaw, presented by Fast and Furious. I'll just say right off the bat, if you love Fast and Furious, you're going to love this. This is the 4K version, so you get the 4K disc, the Blu-ray disc, and the digital code, which is a nice touch. A nice little clean front here with a lot of the characters and some explosions in the background, what you might expect from a movie like this. There we go with the yellow spine, Hobbs and Shaw with the black text right there. And of course, over 80 minutes of bonus features. So you have the alternate opening, deleted scenes, and even more content not seen in theaters. Cracking it open very quickly, of course, we have Hobbs and Shaw, and of course, the Blu-ray on the left, and of course, 4K on the right, which I think looks phenomenal, which matches the cover pretty nicely, and I like that. That's a nice touch. Nevertheless, there's not a whole lot to say about this. Enjoyable, a lot of action. Like I said, if you love Fast and Furious, maybe a little less cars. There's a really great car scene towards the end of the movie, but there's a lot of, like just fighting, cool fight scenes, and the fact that it's in 4K is a really nice touch. So nevertheless, that's my very quick thoughts on Hobbs and Shaw. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy. So let's talk about Arrival in 4K, the movie that proves learning a new language might just save the world. Aliens show up looking like they forgot to moisturize, and it's up to Amy Adams to play intergalactic interpreter, while the rest of humanity panics like its Wi-Fi is going out permanently. Now the 4K transfer is overall very good. The visuals have that moody, foggy sci-fi glow, and while it's not going to blind you with brightness anytime soon, it fits the tone perfectly. Blacks are deep, details are sharp, and yes, those squid-like visitors look extra inky. The story leans heavy on emotion and intellect rather than lasers and explosions, and it works. Amy Adams delivers a fantastic performance, balancing heartbreak, awe, and what the heck is going on like a pro. Jeremy Renner does his thing too, but let's be real, this is Amy's show. Now, some mighty fine acting here, and definitely recommended if you've got even the slightest curiosity about time, language, or just love a smart sci-fi flick with soul. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy. So let's take a very quick look at the Hacksaw Ridge movie. This is going to be the 4K version, which also comes along with the Blu-ray disc and digital, which is a nice touch. Right here, I do want to say it says the best war film since Saving Private Ryan. I might have to agree with that. This movie is phenomenal. Let's move over to the side before I talk more about it. There's going to be the spine with the text and the color. And of course, just kind of zooming in so you can see some of the special features here. Right here going to be the deleted scenes, Veterans Day greeting with Mel Gibson, theatrical trailer, The Soul of Man, and so on and so forth. Cracking it open very quickly. On the left is going to be the Blu-ray, and the right is going to be 4K, which let me tell you, this film looks astonishing. Not only that, this is a very strong 9 out of 10. I would categorize this movie into two parts. The beginning is more about like how he gets to be the soldier, what happens, the fights he has to do in order to become what he wants to do. Then, of course, the last half of it is going to be the action, the battle scenes, the shooting and so on and so forth. And it is a beautiful movie. Obviously, there's a lot of war in there, so there's some graphic scenes, of course, but it's very touching in terms of what happens. And Mel Gibson does a phenomenal job as a director. He clearly knows his war movies. Heck, he was in Braveheart. He did a great job there. And he does a fantastic job directing Hacksaw Ridge. I highly recommend this movie, especially in 4K. It looks beautiful. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy. So let's talk about Murder on the Orient Express in 4K, the movie that makes train travel look both glamorous and dangerous. So what do you get when you put together a dozen strangers on a train and then someone ends up dead? A classic whodunit that keeps you guessing till the very end. So, this movie looks fantastic in 4K. The rich colors, stunning landscapes, and impeccable costume design are all sharp enough to make you feel like you're right there in the 1930s solving the mystery yourself. The story revolves around a star-studded cast of characters, each with their own secrets. Leading the charge is the world's greatest detective with the world's most impressive mustache as he interrogates everyone and pieces together the puzzle. The pacing is perfect, and the twists keep coming, making you suspect everyone at least once. Highly recommended. This movie looks amazing and had me guessing until the very end. If you love a good mystery and appreciate top-notch visuals, Murder on the Orient Express in 4K is a must-watch. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy.
So let's dive into 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri in 4K. If you ever thought that putting up a billboard was a passive-aggressive move, wait till you see what Mildred Hayes does. She got 3 of them, and they're a giant middle finger to the local police for failing to solve her daughter's murder. So, the 4K transfer here is solid. The small-town grit and sweeping landscapes look fantastic, making you feel like you're right there in Ebbing, standing in front of those very billboards. The story? Oh, it's a dark comedy that takes you on an emotional roller coaster. Frances McDormand's performance as the relentless Mildred is nothing short of phenomenal, and Sam Rockwell's turn as the bumbling yet complex cop, Dixon, adds layers to the narrative you didn't know you needed. In conclusion, though, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri is an excellent dark comedy with stellar performances and a gripping plot. Highly recommended for those who appreciate a blend of humor and heavy themes. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy.